Major funding for this Read 180 workshop is provided by the National Science Foundation, America's investment in the future.
At Jif Peanut Butter, we know just how choosy you are when it comes to your family, including the shows you value most. Public television encourages kids' curiosity and love of learning, and Jif is proud to support Cyberchase on behalf of all choosy moms and dads.
Intel Corporation is a proud supporter of PBS. The Intel Innovation in Education Initiative provides teachers with the resources to inspire their students and encourage them to unlock their potential.
And by a ready-to-learn television cooperative agreement from the U.S. Department of Education through the Public Broadcasting Service.
And by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. This program was also made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Workshop 4, Stolen Childhoods. Carrying bricks, sorting through used needles, picking up animal manure. Nasty jobs for anyone, but these kids are younger than you. In this workshop, we're going to explore the international problem of child labor. You'll meet children who are paid to sift through trash. Read about kids who pick fruit in the hot sun. Learn how some kids work up to 16 hours a day instead of going to school. And you'll meet an amazing boy who dared to speak up about the problem. Kids who never got to be just kids. Kids whose childhoods were stolen. Reading 1, Life in the Dumps. Can you imagine having to sift through trash for a living? Around the world, thousands of kids have no choice but to pick through rotten garbage in search of anything that can be sold for a little money. It's their job. In this newspaper article, you'll learn how these trash pickers make just pennies a day, like most child laborers, and get no benefits, like healthcare or vacations. This kind of work is unsafe and just plain unfair. Reading 2, Working in the Fields. Your second reading is a magazine article about the kids who help produce the food you eat. Some of these kids are American, while others come to the US from other countries. They work in the fields, migrating from one farm to another. They might pick strawberries in Washington, and then oranges in California. They go wherever the work is. You'll meet one boy who travels 2,200 miles to pick crops on an American farm. He sends the money he earns to his family back home in Guatemala. Do you know who picks the fruit and vegetables you eat? It could be one of these kids. Reading 3, Child Labor Around the World. In this social studies text, we'll discover how every minute of every day, kids in many nations are doing hard labor. Whether it's picking strawberries in California or stitching soccer balls in Pakistan, a kid somewhere is working hard, very hard, for little or no money. This international problem seems difficult to fix, but many people in many countries are trying to give childhood back to children. How did one small boy make a huge difference in the struggle to end child labor? Check out this video's story about Iqbal Masih's inspiring life. Iqbal's story. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world. And it's fun for millions of kids, too. But did you ever wonder who made that ball you kick around? You may be surprised to find out that a kid in Pakistan is stitching together soccer balls for just pennies a day, working long hours in a filthy factory, instead of going to school or playing with his friends. Child labor is an international problem affecting nearly 250 million kids. Iqbal Masih, a child worker from rural Pakistan, was one of them. Iqbal's parents needed money so badly that they sent him to work in a rug factory like this one, when he was only 4 years old. At the factory, Iqbal was forced to work 14 hours a day for almost no pay. But he had no choice. The factory owner chained his leg to keep him from running away. But when Iqbal was 10, he escaped from the factory and joined a group of people who were working to end child labor. Iqbal was eager to teach others about the injustice of child labor, and he became a leader of a movement to stop it. He even traveled to the United States to talk to American kids about the problem. And they were shocked by what they heard and saw.
It just broke my heart because it just made me think, how could somebody be so mean to hurt somebody so little like that?
Iqbal won a special Human Rights Award for his work and found friends and supporters around the world. But many carpet factory owners didn't like what he was doing, and when Iqbal was just 12 years old, he was murdered, shot and killed while riding his bike in Pakistan. Most people believe he was killed by factory owners. Iqbal's murder was a tragedy, but his life and death inspired many to take action. Millions of people stopped buying carpets made by child workers, and kids got involved too.
You opened our eyes and touched our hearts.
A Massachusetts school that Iqbal once visited raised enough money to start a school in Pakistan named after him. Many of the kids who go there are former child workers like Iqbal. In Canada, Iqbal's story sparked these kids to launch Free the Children, the only international rights group run by children. Today, kids from all over the world are uniting to bring about changes that will end child labor. Efforts like these have helped kids out of factories and into schools, where they belong. And the courage and determination of one 10-year-old boy made all the difference.